Oh yeah, we're felling today. Probably talk about a little bit of this, I suppose. Ancient woodland management. Where are we with how we look after the woods? Funny places, woodlands. When I was learning to dive in Thailand, I was taken out to these beautiful coral reefs. And we swam and we dived. And I learnt about the reefs, only a little bit. But I learnt enough to realise that they kind of work, everything works together with each other to create the whole. From the treetops all the way to the bryophytes and the mosses, or mosses which are bryophytes, that hug the trunks at the bottom, and then below in the roots that spread out as wide, if not wider, than the canopies of the trees. It's all interconnected. With the dead wood, fallen, feeding everything. It's an incredible place. Similar to the coral reef. Very similar. When I stand in here, I walk slowly between the trees. And on a day like today, when the air is fairly still, you can hear it live. Every single noise, every little nuance that makes this place just like the coral reef. As the air moves through, it brings with it dust and flies and pollen. The same in the coral reef. It brings small, tiny particles that feed bigger organisms, The same thing's going on here, predator-prey, right the way to the tertiary predators at the top of the chain, the buzzards, the shark. It's really interesting. What's really sad is how we're killing the coral reef with our actions around the planet. Some of you will say, well, you're felling wood. I'll explain about that perhaps in another video. But one of the major things that's going wrong here is Cholera. Cholera, as you're probably well aware by now, because it's been in the news so much, is killing our ash trees, our native ash tree. And why are you probably now saying, well, why are you cutting all these trees down? Well, look here. All that dead up there, all that dying, that's Cholera. That's killing our native woodlands, our ash oak woodlands. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying, one, to run a business, okay? Yeah, that's straight. But two, I'm trying to manage woodlands, or this woodland in particular, so it lives forever. So it lives past the problems that we've created as the Anthropocene, whatever you want to call it. That perhaps I'll give this wood a chance to live a little bit further. It might mean I have to change the species composition in the wood, but I'm going to give it the best chance I can to survive. So by committing a small block to the saw, This block is just over 1 acre, which I will then deer fence and I will protect from browsing animals for the next 3 years. That will give this block the chance to reinvigorate itself. Maybe not with ash, because the trees are dying back, as you can see, but maybe with field maple, hazel, oak, hawthorn. Maybe, because we're outside the Triple SI, we'll plant something like sweet chestnut, because we don't have sweet chestnut blight here. Well, not very close anyway. The ash might reinvigorate itself by leaving some seed trees, like this one, with a healthy canopy, and this one with another healthy canopy. There's a chance that we'll find one seed in 50 million that might be resistant to cholera, or at least create a resilience. Wow, you won't see it, but that looks like a goshawk. Wow. There is an upside to all of this. It's not necessarily to do with woods, but it's to do with responsibility. Now, I have a responsibility to look after Molly, because she's so lovely, isn't she? Oh yes, we all love Moll. I also have a responsibility to conduct myself in a manner. Wow! Gosh, that was low. I think Ryanair might be lost. Yes, I have a responsibility to conduct myself in my business in a way that is not detrimental to the work that I undertake and the land that I work on, my animals, my farm, my horses, when I work for other people. I also have a responsibility for the things that I own. Now, I don't see any problem with ownership, because ownership creates responsibility. Whether it be the responsibility for beautiful pieces of woodland like this, or whether it be the responsibility for your front garden. Ownership is okay until such time as we create responsibility for everything that we own. How can we allow people to not own? I'll think on, and I'll probably tell you some more later. Not the most exciting video. I might even put a tree felling in a moment. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hang on. Now I reckon my responsibility I'm undertaking quite well. This is now going to be turned into part of my house. Somebody's wedding cake stand. A friend called Jade. Good luck to her in her new marriage and her new home. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Anyway, wow, look, beautiful butterflies. I'll keep going. I'll put another video up soon, hopefully when we've got the horses in there next time. I've made it so we can actually get the horses in and out, so we tread lightly on the land. That's the whole point, tread lightly on this land. We've only got one planet. Why don't we look after it a bit more? See you now, bye.